the Specter of the Lake. In the sleepy, fog-shrouded village of Willow's End, there lies an ancient, sprawling lake known to the locals as Echo Lake. Its waters, dark and still, mirror the overcast skies above, hiding the depths where many a secret lies. Legend has it that the lake is haunted by a specter, a ghostly figure seen gliding over the water's surface on moonless nights, lamenting a centuries-old tragedy. Michael, a writer with a penchant for the paranormal, arrived in Willow's End seeking inspiration for his next horror novel. The legend of Echo Lake, with its mysterious specter, had captured his imagination, compelling him to uncover the truth behind the tales. Renting a small, rustic cabin by the lake's edge, Michael spent his days exploring the village and his nights gazing out over the still waters, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive specter. The villagers, tight-lipped and wary, offered little in the way of information, their warnings to steer clear of the lake at night, only fueling his curiosity. One evening, as a thick mist rolled in from the surrounding woods, Michael saw it a figure, pale and ethereal, gliding silently over the lake's surface. Grabbing his camera, he rushed out, his heart pounding with a mixture of fear and excitement. As he neared the water's edge, the figure became clearer, a woman, dressed in the garb of a bygone era, her face sorrowful, her eyes hollow pools of despair. She seemed to be searching for something or someone, her gaze piercing through the mist as if looking right through him. Compelled by an inexplicable urge, Michael stepped into the cold, dark waters, wading deeper as the figure beckoned him closer. The water numbed his senses, but he pressed on, determined to meet the specter, to hear her story. Just as he was within reach, the specter vanished, leaving Michael alone in the chilling embrace of the lake. Confused and disoriented, he struggled back to shore, the weight of the cold water pulling him down. The next morning, Michael awoke on the lakeshore, soaked and shivering, the events of the night playing back in his mind like a fevered dream. He knew then what he must do to unravel the mystery of Echo Lake and the specter that haunted its waters. His inquiries led him to the village archives, where he uncovered the tragic tale of Elizabeth Willow, the daughter of the village's founder, who had drowned in the lake on her wedding night under mysterious circumstances. Her body was never recovered, and her fiancé vanished soon after, leaving behind a village shrouded in sorrow and suspicion. Armed with this knowledge, Michael returned to the lake as dusk fell, determined to confront the specter and lay her restless spirit to peace. As the moon hid behind dark clouds, Elizabeth appeared once more, her expression one of unspeakable sadness. "Elizabeth," Michael called out, his voice steady despite the fear that gripped him. "I know your story. I know your pain. Let me help you find peace." The specter paused, her gaze locked onto his, and for a moment, the lake was silent, but for the gentle lapping of the water against the shore. Then, with a wail that echoed through the night, the lake began to churn and roil, the waters parting to reveal the skeletal remains of a man, entwined with the decayed remnants of a bridal gown. The truth of Elizabeth's fate, and that of her lost fiancé, lay bare before him, their tragic end the result of a lover's quarrel turned deadly, their bodies concealed within the lake's dark depths. With the revelation of her tragic tale, Elizabeth's spirit began to fade, her expression softening as the chains of her torment were unshackled. She mouthed a silent thank you to Michael before disappearing into the mist, her specter never to be seen again. As the waters calmed and the mist dissipated, Michael stood alone on the shore, the weight of the night's events heavy upon him. He had come in search of a story, but found instead a tragic love, lost to time and the depths of Echo Lake. The village of Willow's End slowly came to life with the dawn. The curse of Echo Lake lifted, its waters clear and still. Michael left the village behind, his novel written not just with words, but with the sorrow, the mystery, and the redemption of the specter of the lake.